This is Sage, owned by Heather and Jared Meyer from Colorado. Sit. What I'm going to show you guys, I'm going to do what I call a ladder drill. This is the first time I've done this with her, so she could make some mistakes. If she does, I'll just kind of show you how I correct it. Sit. So it's similar to a pile drill, where I have the puppy stay in a spot, walk out. On the pile drill, if you noticed, I spread the dummies horizontal. This time I'm going to spread them vertical. So the most important thing is you put the farthest one out first. And the reason is, if I turned around right now and she was coming out towards me, she'd be able to pick something up. So I want to put the farthest one down first. As I walk back, I want to make sure I've got some distance between them. That's so if she goes by one, I'm going to try and get her stopped to get her back. So you can kind of see how those are spread out. So it's like rungs of the ladder. So the goal is for her to pick up the first one she comes to each time. So in this case, as I send her, I'm going to keep saying the fetch word until she gets to where the object is. Fetch, 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 here. So you saw her locate the next one. Heel, sit, drop, fetch, 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 here. Good girl. And our goal is to say fetch one time. So on this last one, heel, sit, drop, sit, fetch. There she goes. That's her first time doing that, and she did it perfect. So I'm going to try it again, but I'm going to try and get by with just saying fetch one time for each retrieve. Heel, sit, hold, drop, sit. Because that's your goal, sit. Is you can just say fetch one time, and she picks up the first one she comes to in sequence. So on the pile drill, you notice once she grabbed one, I called her right back, but my goal was just to say fetch one time. So we'll see what we get. If she makes a mistake, I'll just show you how I fix it. And I'm probably out here probably 60 yards. 50 to 60. So that last one is, the farthest one, but it just depends on what you have for space to do this, for length. At first I wouldn't start out more than this here, because it's trying to just get the pattern down. So this time I'm going to say fetch one time, sit, and see if she'll just pick up the first one she comes to. Good girl. Sit, fetch. So if she goes by that one, here, that's what I would do. Give her a correction on the collar and get her stopped. Heel. Because once she gets one, I want that coming back. Sit, drop, fetch. And we'll see what she does here. Here. Good girl, Sage. Then the longest one is the hardest one, because there's nothing close to pull them out there. Sit, drop, sit, fetch. That's what I was talking about. So we'll see what she does, see if she locates it. This is pretty common on the far one at first. That a girl. So you guys got to see what they typically do. So over time, you'll just get the consistency of them going deep. Heel, sit, drop, sit. So what I'll do, if I see that, I'll show you. I'll just create a pile drill at the farthest spot to get that puppy used to going farther. So almost what you saw when I sent her on the last one, she knew it was out there because she saw it, but she kind of started to go into her hunting kind of manners, starting to just look around, search around. So what I'm going to do is do a pile drill at 60 yards to get her just comfortable going that far without stopping. So that's why when I first do this pile drill, I want to see if these puppies can figure out when they go out, each time they go out, there's still one out there. So to remember that there's still one there. So a pile drill, sit, fetch, would be just under on fetch. I don't know which one she's going to grab, but when she gets it, here, that a girl. So all I'm really doing here is trying to build her confidence to go a little deeper. Heel, sit, sit, drop, sit, fetch. So this is what I was looking for here on that far one. So that's just a way to kind of build the confidence in your puppy to go a little deeper. Just do a longer pile drill. Heel, sit, drop, fetch. There, so you saw she kind of hesitated, but then she's like, well, there's still one out there. So that's what I was talking about. You can see how that'll help create a little more confidence on going a little deeper. And if you have an uphill spot, heel, sit, that helps too. Hold, drop, sit, because as the dog goes, you know, it's a little more visible to sit. So that's Sage, owned by Heather and Jared from Colorado, Jared Meyer.